This is feedback. This is from the horse's mouth, bro. Not from somebody sitting behind a desk speculating. You had a lot of negative things to say. This car can use Tesla chargers.
That ain't really doing much for you.
No.
I feel dumb.
You don't do this. You don't do this. You don't do this. I do this.
Silent.
All right, boys, we are back where it all started with the man who kicked this whole EV thing off for Mod to Fame. We went, Darren is back. I had left my camera bag in the car when I shot the review of this car. Now, a lot of y'all, when I posted up this review, was like, you had a lot of negative things to say. That being said, the tide is changing, guys. A lot of people are starting to get their own experiences with these cars, and their mind is changing. It's like, you know what? Actually, it's kind of a cool car. Because, like I said in that video, it's just a nice car at the end of the day. It's a nice car to drive, and Darren put us on. So Mod to Famers that took advantage of some of the guys that I know have now taken advantage of these lease deals, that have taken delivery of them. They're starting to move off a deal of lots because of these lease deals. Y'all have to thank Darren for that. Darren, how's it been for you, man? How long you had the car now? 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So 6 weeks, review. In 1 minute.
1,500 miles, loving it.
Loving it. What do you love about it?
Smoothness, the handling.
The performance too?
Yeah.
For every day. It's not your Hellcat Red Eye fast.
No.
We know that, right? It's not supposed to be a Hellcat. Now that's where Dodge went wrong, right? With the marketing of the car. Because they're marketing the car like it's a Hellcat replacement. But you and I both know, both of us own Hellcat Red Eyes. It is not a Hellcat Red Eye replacement, okay? So there y'all guys go, man. Anyway, back to my brother giving you his impressions over the last 2 weeks, I guess, of him having his car. So here's something that I wish my brother knew when he was driving back from South Carolina, in that this car can use Tesla chargers, Tesla superchargers. So the worry about where to charge your car and all that kind of stuff is out the window, because Tesla chargers are everywhere. Yo, how did you learn that you could charge at a Tesla charger?
I went into one, and somebody that was there told me how to do it. I just tried it.
So it's just like what? How does it work?
You download the Tesla app on your phone.
Yep.
And the Tesla app, everything goes through there. You download the app, load in your credit card. When you get there, all you do is plug it in, go on the app, and start charging. That's it.
That's crazy. So there you go, guys. If you was worried about where you gonna charge it at, like we was when we was down south, we could have went to any Tesla charger. We just did not know that, but we do now. So there you go.
Put your seatbelt on.
All right, my boy.
Put your seatbelt on.
I will put my seatbelt on, bro. The seatbelts are.
This thing is going.
The seatbelts in this car is so far back. Oh my god!
And the joint is dumb loud, and it doesn't stop.
You gotta reach far back to put on your seatbelt. Long two-door Dodge, and think about that. They should have put like a little extension on,
or even something on the side. Oh, you know what?
It is on the side of the seat,
got
though.
A thing on the side of the seat. That's true. I just realized that.
You don't use that?
I'm gonna start using it now. I just thought about that. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel dumb.
That's what was it? 2 weeks now? Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second weekend.
Yeah.
So what you think? 2 weeks in, bro.
Loving it. Didn't expect the car to be so crazy with the attention.
It's a lot of attention, right?
Yeah. I thought it was just a cool car, cool daily, but the way people go crazy for this car, I'm talking about like waiting for me to get out the car, following me into stores and restaurants to ask me about it, walking up to the car at stoplights, and that's all ages and everything. So that part is cool. Car drives awesome. Handling on the car is awesome. Speed on the car is awesome. Interior comfort, solidity is awesome. I think we was talking about it the other day, but this car basically is more like a American Grand Coupe. If Dodge ever said, hey, we're gonna make a Grand Coupe competitor, it's actually this in the way it drives. So charging has been it's cool. I figured it out. But the thing about charging in general, electric charging is not like gas stations. If you pull up to a gas station, 99% of the time, you know exactly what's gonna happen.
Right.
With a charger, you don't. You could pull up on the app, it could be saying, hey, it's working, it's active, the charger might not be working. The other thing is, you don't always get the same rate of charging. It could be a fast charger, 180 kilowatts, 300 kilowatts, whatever it is. But like we just looked at the Tesla charger, we plugged in, and that joint was at 67 kilowatts of charge. So that ain't really doing much for you.
No, it'll take a long time to charge like that.
So I think that's the biggest thing is that, gas is a thing that we all know and is very easy to use. Charging just takes a little bit more time, and you have to be prepared that it may not go exactly how
you think it will. Go. So if you have an emergency or whatever, but okay, right now we are driving. This car has like 20-something% left, right? So if you have an emergency right now, what you gonna do?
As far as what?
Well, I mean, 20-something%. I guess you can make it. Yeah. How many miles is 20-something%?
50.
About 50 miles.
So I could go from my house to Brooklyn and back in 50 miles.
Right, that's right. We live in the metro area.
That's the biggest thing.
So everything's close.
Metro areas is the biggest difference maker. With this, in 50 miles, I could commute back and forth in my town for 3 or 4 days on 50 miles because I don't go very far.
Okay.
Especially if I stay out of the pedal and all of that kind of stuff.
And I guess what emergency situation would you really have that you can't stop for 40 minutes?
There you go.
And charge the car.
And figure it out. If you really think about it, I think it's more like theory and reality. In theory, it's like, oh yes, if I gotta leave in the middle of the night, it's just like, well, in the last year, how many times have you left in the middle of the night?
I mean, but even if you had to leave in the middle of the night, you just gotta stop for 20 minutes. If you're at 20%, right?
So the really good thing about charging is when it's good, it's great. I've pulled up to the Tesla supercharger with, let's just say, 20% battery, right? And I've sat on that thing for 15 minutes and been off of there with 55, 60. And so I don't really, what I've learned about charging is you don't worry about getting it full. Don't worry about 80, don't worry about 100. Just worry about
what
getting
you need.
Yourself 30 or 40, 30 to 50% higher than what you are. And then you can move and groove. And it's quick. In that way, it's really convenient. 15 minutes.
Right, 15,
minutes.
20 minutes. So just now that was 10 minutes, but the charger was slow.
The charger was dumb slow.
Okay, and that's probably because there's so many cars at once. Time of the day, surge rates. Yes.
All different types of things.
All stuff you don't deal with gas because gas is sitting in the tank. But, with gas, you just got to make sure you go to a good gas station because you can get bad gas, I guess, with water in it, whatever. But that's very rare.
In the last 10 years, how many times has that happened to you?
I know people that happened to last year. A station over here, it was some flooding, and they had got water in the tank, and a lot of people was suing the gas station over here. For putting water in their tank. But anyway, that being said, man, overall
top.
So you happy with your purchase?
10 out of 10 would do it again.
10 out of 10 would do it again?
10 out of 10 would do it again, bro.
Yo, they gonna say you an industry plant, bro.
They can say whatever they want.
They gonna say because all right.
You know what? Whoever has that opinion or whoever is doubtful or dubious, just if you could rent one of these cars
for 2 days,
drive one of these cars around for 2 or 3 days
in
this color. Get this car in this color, and honestly, just drive it home and park it in your driveway and see what happens.
You're gonna be the star of the block.
So, and that's the surface stuff. That don't really matter. But then actually drive the car, experience the car.
Right.
And the experience of this car is just a lot more than what I thought it was going to be.
The sound. Tell me about, what is this? Do you use the sound? Do you not use the sound? Because when we made videos early on, we had the sound off.
I use it in the quietest mode because for me, being an ICE person, having an internal combustion car for so long, silence is weird for me. I need that. It's something that's missing around the city.
You need the sound feedback.
I need something. I use it like in a regular car, the engine sound is like a background noise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't really hear it, but it's something there. So I use it like that. I keep it on the lowest possible mode.
When you in the city?
When I'm in the city.
And when you on the highway?
If I got music on and I'm not going that fast, I keep it on. If I don't, I'll turn it off so it can be real quiet on the highway.
That's one thing about this car. It is very, very quiet.
This car is super quiet.
It's so quiet.
So I said this before, but this car is like, I got the Hemi Charger and I got the LS460. This car perfectly blends both of those cars. That's exactly what it's like.
All right, boys. Well, there you have it, brother. We hear what we hear. You know, I mean, it is what it is. This is feedback. This is from the horse's mouth, bro. Not from somebody sitting behind a desk speculating and saying what Dodge did bad or Dodge did terrible or it's the worst thing ever. And it ain't. I mean, this is the real world. This is the reality of an owner of the car.
You know what I would say, man? If you got an internet opinion, you know, keep your internet opinion. Just go get a real world experience, and then then see what your opinion is. Because a lot of this stuff is just person on a phone or person on a keyboard opinion.
Not to mention, each one of them people talking, each one of them people, listen to me and listen to me clearly. Each one of those people, I guarantee you, get me and them on a tree, or get me and them light to light on the street. Light to light, right? Let's pull out from the parking lot. Let's go to the stoplight, and when the light turns green,
hit it.
Let's see who wins. Right. And I guarantee you,
right,
each one of them talking,
right,
would get gapped by this car to the next light. Now, on a longer run,
yep,
my red eye will blow this car out of the water on a longer run. But light to light,
it's gonna be.
I'm in trouble with my red eye. I'm in trouble.
So what I think is so good about that is you're different than me in that way.
Right. So me, I'm about performance. I don't care about
all
none
about
of
performance.
I'm all about the numbers.
And you like the car, so then that means that it has a little something for everyone.
Right. And I'm thinking about
again,
daily uses. Am I gonna buy this car to go race it? No. I'm not gonna buy this car to go race it.
And for anyone who does say that, when's the last time you raced your car?
That's what I'm saying. Each one of these people talking, bro.
Right.
Each one of these people talking,
right,
they don't race.
They don't race.
They don't race, and then gonna call the car slow. Who are you to say that a car is slow and you ain't raced nothing?
Amen.
You've never raced a fast car or did a number at a drag strip. You've never done a 60 to 130 in your life.
Right.
You don't own a draggy.
But I mean, it's the internet.
Bro, they don't own a you need a draggy if you're playing on the street, right? And then at the track, they will give you the numbers that you need. I've done both.
Right.
Extensively. And I showed both with this car extensively. So if I tell you that this car is everyday fast, this car is everyday fast.
And the part about it is, I think that folks struggle with is they hear you talking and they be like, yo, Steph talks so strong. But it's really, really tough when you do something
and nobody else does. and then they want to tell you about it. It's crazy to me, bro.
It's
you don't do this. You don't do this. You don't do this. I do this.
Silent.